right. Welcome back to another episode, the 5th episode of Under the Wing podcast. Again, like always, Joey, Mike here with you. Just going to get into it this week. Going to be a little bit of a quicker episode. We got some other stuff coming on later. But we're going to start it out, obviously, just going back over week 1, title of the episode, winners, losers of week 1. Just going to go over that. Then potentially what was the game of the year already on Sunday night between the Bills and the Ravens. I hope many of you stayed up to watch that. It was a great one. Then Mooner here, got a question for you. Then we're going to go over some week 2 previews.
And we have a guest today.
Well, I was getting to that, but
Well,
thanks for jumping the gun.
He's so tired. I just wanted to be like,
Then we're going to do my take. But yes, without further ado, we have a very, very special guest. We've been trying to get him on since our very first episode. Here he is, the one and only Knowledge 100.
Rocking the Spider-Man tee. I absolutely love it, bro.
Deadpool.
Oh.
Deadpool. What's up, Jordan? How you doing tonight, bro?
Don't bully me. Huge Eagles fans predict the score to the Eagles KC. Ooh.
All right.
24-19.
Without further ado, let's get into some winners and losers from week 1. The biggest winner from week 1, in my opinion, Micah Parsons.
Oh, yeah.
Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers, we'll just say them together. A dominating win. It was like 27-13 over the Lions, and the Lions never had a chance. Where'd you go, Knowledge? I don't know. I didn't back in a minute. But yeah, the Lions, they never had a chance in that game. It was the Packers from the very beginning. The Packers bounced on them, jumped on them all over. It was like 27-6 with like 2 minutes to go. Lions got a garbage time touchdown, but it never felt like the Lions had a shot. What about you, Mooner? You got a winner?
Winners? My winner, I mean, we're gonna get into it a little more later. The Bills had a fantastic game. I think, but I mean,
you would pick the Bills, huh?
Yes, but if we're going player to player, my winner has got to be J.J. McCarthy. Because, I mean, I love that Monday night game from him. And I think he definitely has proved himself on one level or another. I definitely loved his performance.
Nope, now he's back. All right. So, what about you? Well, everybody, this is actually Paulie. His name's Knowledge 100.
His
on
first
YouTube,
name is Knowledge.
His first name is Paulie, so we'll address him as Paulie now, from now on out. But Paulie, who do you say your biggest winner of week 1 is?
My biggest winner of the week would have to be Josh Allen and the Bills.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was the most impressive win of the week, potentially the year.
Already.
And yeah, I think Josh Allen's my
We're
big
going to
winner
talk
of the
about that
week.
more later. We just didn't want to jump the gun, but yeah, that's what I said.
We'll kick it off with you. Who do you got for the biggest losers of week 1?
Biggest losers. The Dallas Cowboys.
Just the Dallas Cowboys?
That's what's up.
The Cowboys.
Look, you're going to your opponent's field, watching them drop a banner on you, opening night, and you get beat. And that whole game was kind of just a crap show a little bit for both sides, in my opinion. I mean, it was definitely sloppy football on both sides of the football.
You didn't watch the same game I watched, then.
I mean, I think
No. You guys did not watch the same game I watched then.
sloppy football. You think spitting on Dak Prescott ain't sloppy
So look,
football?
I'm gonna put it like this.
You
Forget the.
you think the what was that 105?
Stop.
105 penalty yards or whatever it was. That wasn't trash football, sloppy football.
No,
We barely won that game, and it shouldn't even have been close.
Forget that for a second. We're talking about actual gameplay. The Eagles' offense before the delay scored on every possession. That's not sloppy.
Along with
That's
the
efficient.
Cowboys.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't. Because the Cowboys got stopped. The Eagles forced a fumble. The Eagles were going to get the ball
That was
back.
after. That was in the third quarter.
Yes, that was in the third quarter.
So both defenses looked terrible in the first half.
Guess who didn't? It's week 1. What do you expect?
Do you know who didn't score when we got that football? Do you know who didn't score that drive?
You know why?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
You know why?
Why?
Because they got one play in, and then it was, we're doing a delay.
Yeah, and what happened when they got back?
Yeah, what do you expect is going to happen after an hour and a half of, oh, by the way, we're going to stop the game for 3 little strikes of lightning that aren't even anywhere near
I'm
here.
just saying, if both
I'm
teams,
just saying the
if
Eagles
both
would have
teams were playing their 100%, it would have been 38-19, dude. If both teams are going 100%.
See, I agree with you, Jordan. The biggest loser is Dallas, but I want to go a little bit deeper than that. It's not just Dallas. It is one CD Lamb.
Mm.
Because, look, sloppy, not sloppy, whatever. Adoree Jackson, you know what? He's another loser.
That's who I was going to say, bro. You literally took my biggest loser, bro.
Let me finish.
Oh, my God.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about CD Lamb. But CD Lamb, he had about three drops in the fourth quarter that, like, if you catch it, you put your team in a very big position to win the game. And for the money you demand as a receiver, you're supposed to be the number one receiver on the team. You folded. Plain and simple. You folded. But talk about Adoree Jackson, since that's your biggest loser.
Well, I mean, he kind of screwed the pooch, bro. I was gonna have this big build and, like, you know, have a climax and all that to say Adoree Jackson was the biggest loser of the week. I cannot stand Adoree Jackson anymore. I watched that one game and I lost my voice saying, "Get him off the field." And Joey can testify on that. We were there live. We were in the link for the game, and Adoree Jackson was the biggest loser of the week. That had me hot.
Yeah.
I was furious. So, I mean, I don't know exactly how many yards he gave up and how many catches he gave up, but it was too many. Quinyon looked pretty solid. Coop looked solid. Zach Bond looked amazing. I really liked him catching up to Miles Sanders. I honestly,
Campbell looked very good.
Huh?
Jahad Campbell looked very good in his debut.
Yeah, Campbell looked solid, but the biggest loser of the week, Adoree Jackson.
You know who else looked really crappy this week?
Who?
The Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins. Not only did you lose to the Colts, you lost to Danny Dimes, who I gotta say, this week he's a winner. He's a winner. They scored 33 points. Danny Dimes did something that no one has done since 2006, and that was Peyton Manning that did it. He went 7 for 7 on scoring drives. Every time he had the ball, they scored. And that is insane. From, like, Danny Dimes being a horrible quarterback for the Giants to go to the Colts and just have one of those, like, yeah, I get it, it's the Dolphins, it's week 1, but, like, that's crazy. He silenced some of the doubters for, like, a week, maybe, unless he blows it next week. But, like, he really showed us that maybe it was just the Giants holding him back. Maybe, like Saquon, he just needed a new team and he'll be okay.
Gabe said Cowboys went 7-10 last season, and the Super Bowl champs were hanging on by a thread.
Exactly, dude. It should not have been that close to a game. If you think we're playing how we were supposed to play, then we're not doing anything this season. 24-20 against Dallas is terrible.
Okay. Take away the delay.
And it was still 24-20. But without the delay, it was 24-20.
Who didn't score in the second half?
Dallas.
Exactly. Thank you.
First game of the year. New offensive coordinator. 1 hour delay. Divisional rival. First game of the year. I am not worried.
Exactly.
I'm saying that we played sloppy football. Both sides played sloppy
football.
It's
week 1. You're not going to get perfection.
I know we're not going to get perfection.
But
Gabe asked me how I felt about it and is trying to rage bait. Not going to talk about that. We are talking about it.
Did you see that Jalen Carter didn't get suspended? Yes, actually.
How do we feel about that? He's a winner of the week, by the way, Jalen Carter, for not getting suspended.
He took a hefty fine, though. $57,000, but
yeah,
we'll take it.
Look, Dak Prescott rage baited successfully, and that's all I got to say about that.
The Super Bowl winning wide receivers got no yards against the Dallas corners. Gabe, I'm pretty sure that CeeDee Lamb crapped the bed like 3 times.
Look. Again, let's go back to what Paulie just said. Brand new offensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts looked like an MVP out there, though, running for his life, moving with his legs. I'm not worried about that. Jalen took what was given to him. He really did. They played a lot of man-to-man, a lot of zone, stuff like that. Like, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, there was a lot of coverage, like, doubled up at A.J. Brown. Smitty was, like, 1-on-1, but Smitty's not the biggest guy. And you know what? Dallas corners are all right, so I'll give it to them. They're all right. What's up, KJ?
Rocking a new
Thank you,
haircut
thank
too.
you.
Yeah, look at
You
that.
like the cut, KJ?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, AJ Brown didn't get his first target until the fourth quarter, but again, I really do think that without this delay, it really would have been a very, very different football game because like I mentioned, it was the Eagles just got the football back, just had gotten it back from the fumble. Like they had all the momentum in the world, and they hadn't been stopped. They had not been stopped on a drive before that. They were going to go down. They were going to score. I believe that wholeheartedly, and they got stopped because of the delay. So that's my opinion on that. You got him going and going and going, and then you stop him for an hour. What do you expect? But any other winners, losers from the week?
I think we
Colin?
basically covered anything,
Shoot.
everything. Everybody's telling me to read their comment, but
I know.
I'm not going to interrupt him.
I love it when Dak chokes. I love it. When
I
Dak
will
chokes.
It was
say-
beautiful, along with CD Lamb, who apparently is the GOAT.
What you got, Paul?
according to
I
KD.
will say, I think a majority of running backs were losers this week.
Really?
There was like a handful of running backs that couldn't even touch 3 yards per carry. I know it's game 1. I know it's first game of the season. Some teams, new coordinators, new
AP.
coaches.
Well,
But
no.
you got guys like Bucky Irving, Ashton Genty, Chase Brown, Devon Achan, just numerous good running backs that were held to numbers that they don't typically put up, but it
Yeah.
is still week 1, so
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt you. There are Cowboys fans going nuts in the chat right now. Hey, who won on Thursday?
I want to highlight.
That's
this
all I
real
want to say.
quick, too.
Who won on Thursday?
The Chiefs. We didn't even talk about the Chiefs. Thank you, Dalt, for bringing them up. I forgot about the Chiefs. You know why? They didn't win. But the Chiefs looked lifeless. Honestly, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. Patrick Mahomes did play. He played his heart out, but they lost Xavier Worthy. They're already out Rashee Rice, so it's going to be very tough for them. The rest of the next 5 weeks until Rashee Rice gets back, and then whatever happens with Xavier Worthy, the Chiefs looked very rough on Friday night, and the Chargers, they're definitely some winners. Justin Herbert spent all off season being compared to Hurts and what if that, what if this, what if that. He
If
looked
man-
good. After throwing 4 interceptions in his first ever playoff, or not his first ever playoff game, but playoff game against the Texans, and I don't think anybody could have asked for a better response from Justin Herbert.
He looked good, dude.
He looked really, really
He
good.
looked good. He took the
Not as good as
offseason
Jalen Hurts
seriously.
could, but he looked really good.
I mean, a week 1 passing, he looked better in the passing demographic. I think
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is going to do. I'm not saying passing period, but is going to perform better as a quarterback. But Justin Herbert looked like a top 5 quarterback yesterday. Definitely looked better than Patrick Mahomes. Again, Patrick Mahomes didn't have much working for him. So, Paulie knows I'm a Mahomes hater from day 1. So I'm definitely
do know that.
biased towards Mahomes. So if I step out of line and talk about Mahomes, don't be afraid to reel me back in and slap some stats upside my head. But
Well, moving on. Let's talk about what is probably going to be what was the game of the year.
in week 1,
So I'll put it like this. So number 1, Derrick Henry is the last person that should get blamed for this game. I don't care that he fumbled. I don't care. I do not.
Derrick Henry is one of the main reasons that they were even
Yeah.
in the game.
When
And
you-
I was saying that live, and I knew that because I had Derrick Henry in fantasy football.
When you have over 175 rushing yards,
And then you fumble.
when you have over 175 rushing yards and you fumble, you know what? It's not your fault, dude.
Yeah.
And if your defense is going to give up over 30 points, it's just not. It's how do you expect to win? And really, this is what we said last year about the Bills no, not the Bills, the Bengals. It was, well, you can't win when you're putting up 40, but your defense is giving up 45. The Bills, they got lucky. Don't get me wrong. The Bills got lucky. They got blessed by Derrick Henry. But
they did deserve that win.
and they played an absolute crazy game.
That was awesome.
And just to be a fan to watch it, it was something special. Because with like 3 minutes to go, you're like, oh, okay. Well, it's 40-25. If the Bills score here, they can make it a one possession game, but it's not really going to be that close because they got Derrick Henry going to lock it down. And then really the first play of that drive, the last drive where he fumbles, Lamar Jackson takes a read option and goes 10 yards, and it's like, all right, well, we know how this is going to go. And then he fumbles. And then after he fumbles, the Bills take like 10 seconds, go and score, and then the Ravens just 3-0. Like, the Ravens looked the worst then. That's when the Ravens looked their worst, was when they needed their offense the most. And that should be, if you're a Ravens fan, that should scare you. It should scare you that when your team needed to step up the most, you weren't able to step up. And personally, I know a few Ravens fans that were like, well, why didn't they go for it on the 4th and 3? Look, you're at your own 30-yard line. You can't. You just, it's not possible. You can't go for it there. Because then you're handing the win. If you don't get it, you're handing the win away.
Yeah.
But at the other thing is like, well, we could have got 3 yards. You could have, but your coach is smart enough to know he would probably lose his job a lot quicker had he gone for it and they missed the 3 or missed the 4th down instead of punting it away and losing the game by 1.
Yeah. That was an unbelievable game.
Yeah.
I remember. So, I don't want to jump ahead on my question of the week, but I'm actually taking this question from my father. My dad asks us every year. He says, "Who do you think is going to be the last to lose a game and the last to win a game?" And that's what he asks us. And Joey said that the Bills were going to be the last to lose. And I remember it was 40-25. He had crossed Joey's name off the list. And he said, looks like Joey's already out in the first week. And so we definitely had a funny moment there, 40-25, to watch our Bills come back. And he said, well, okay, let me.
It was satisfying watching him take that X away.
And he was rooting for the Bills, but
Yeah.
no, that was just a really good game. The only downside to the game is that Mr. Shoemaker, I knew I was gonna have to see him the next morning. He's a buddy we work with. He's a big Ravens fan. All 3 of us work with him.
Look, Ravens fans, I'll say this. You can't beat out an Orioles no-hitter and win in the bottom of the 9th and then expect the Ravens win in the same weekend. It's just not possible, okay? It's not going to happen. You can't have all good things at once, okay? It's just like the Phillies can't win the World Series and the Eagles win the Super Bowl in the same year. It's just not possible. It can't happen, okay?
Yeah.
But Ranger dealing and wheeling right now.
Ranger Suarez.
So
back-
after this, stay home.
Back on what you said about the people, about Derrick Henry playing his heart out and people blaming him for it, kind of takes me back to week 2, 2024, Eagles Falcons. Saquon plays his heart out. Eagles go for it. Well, 3rd down, throw it, Saquon. He drops it, kick a field goal. Then the team goes down. Falcons score a touchdown, win the game. Then afterwards, fans are blaming Saquon when he was the reason we were still in the game. And Derrick Henry is part of the reason that the Ravens were even going to win that game to begin with.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe this is the turning point in week 1 that the Ravens need to propel them all the way to a Super Bowl loss against the Eagles.
I honestly think Ravens could see the Super Bowl. They looked good when they weren't, choking the game away in the 4th quarter. They were 2 elite teams, and nobody is going to debate against that. And I think very well that this just could have been a pre-match of the AFC Championship game, because I wouldn't be surprised, and that would be one heck of an AFC Championship game.
You know where I'm going to go with that, Mooney?
Where are you going to go with that, Paul?
Until I see a team other than the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, I'm not going to believe it. As much as I don't like him, 7 straight years, I don't know. When it
This
happens,
this could
it
be the year.
happens, but
I
I would
mean,
hope.
last year wasn't the prettiest year for Patrick Mahomes, okay? And I've been saying that. He won and he did what he had to do, but I'm just saying a lot of those games are coin flip games, you know what I mean? And I don't think they're gonna be able to bring that luck back this year. Because of course, if you see the Super Bowl, there is a certain amount of luck you have to be there. You know what I mean? You don't get there only off of pure skill. Skill increases your chances on getting there, but you need some luck in any sport. Um, so I'm just saying, I don't think the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs might see an AFC Championship appearance, but I don't think I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even make the Super Bowl this year, or even don't even make the championship. So I know me and Paul have talked about this a lot, but I I am not very impressed with Patrick Mahomes. And him starting off the week like this. I mean, hey, if anybody can bounce back, it's him. We play him next week. The Birds play him next week, and
Getting ahead of
I
yourself
will
there.
hate
Getting
to
ahead of
eat my
yourself.
words.
But let's just talk about Josh Allen for a second.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Josh Allen.
Best quarterback
So-
in the league.
Yeah, best
Yeah.
quarterback in the league, hands down. But this offseason was also plagued with they just gave it to Josh Allen. Oh, they just gave him the MVP because they
He
felt bad.
deserved that MVP.
Josh Allen came in with that chip on his shoulder, like, look, I can play the guy who's won 2 MVPs, and I could lose, and I could fold because the game got too big and got out of hand, or I could dig deep and in the fourth quarter throw for over 200 yards, get my team back in it, and win the game.
In one quarter, he threw for over 250
In one quarter,
yards.
like, I love Jalen Hurts. I love him. But in one quarter, he threw for more yards than Jalen Hurts threw in a whole game.
Yeah.
And I know that's going to be taken out of context, but look, Josh Allen is special. Josh Allen is a different breed.
He's sharing the facts, dude. Don't kill the
But-
messenger.
Like, Josh Allen really put his team on his back when they need him most. And that's the difference between him and Lamar, I think. Like, Lamar didn't, like, he definitely put his team there, but, like, he didn't put his team on his back. Like, he really didn't do what needed to win. But, yeah. Oh, crap.
I think the difference is that Josh Allen, I guess you can put it like this. He doesn't make mistakes in crucial moments. It's always the game is out of his hands to control. He always does what he needs to do. Now Lamar puts his team in jeopardy. He fumbles the ball, he throws interceptions, he takes lousy sacks. And when it comes to who's more valuable to their team, I think that Allen is by a landslide because I don't know. I don't think you can put a quarterback in that position and they can make AFC Championship appearances somehow like they do with Josh Allen.
Yeah, imagine if he had, an elite receiver on his team. I even Joey can testify for me. I was telling Joey, I said, if there's any quarterback who can come back from this, it's Josh Allen. I said that during the game, and he can tell you. I mean,
Jalen Hurts, too, but
I know, but no, I don't think there's anybody who can do it the way Josh Allen does. The way he plays under pressure is fantastic. Hurts, I think he does.
Hurts wouldn't let him go
He
that far
does
ahead.
fantastic under pressure. That's what I like him under pressure. But I mean, there is no you can't match Josh Allen when it comes to that.
All right. Well, moving on. Mooney has a question for us.
My question of the week, it was already brought up lightly.
Oh, boy.
No. My question of the week is, after week 1, who do you think is going to be the last to lose and the last to win? Because there's going to be a point in the season where everybody has won a game except for one team. And there's going to be a point in the season where every team has lost at least one game except for one team. And who do you think those 2 teams are going to be?
I'll let Paulie go first because I'm thinking.
I'm thinking too. I have an idea for winners. could be a little biased, but I'm gonna.
That's a scary sight when Mooney's been thinking.
I don't do it too well, but when
Well,
I do,
Don't you see the steam
If I'm
coming
being
off the
honest, in the next couple weeks, I hate to say this, but I do see the Birds dropping a game,
yeah,
and
that's fair. They have
just
a
all
very tough schedule.
honesty, I do see us dropping a game, and I think with the performance that I seen last night from the Bills, well, not last night, I'm sorry, 2 nights ago,
Yeah,
I think they will be the last to take a loss, and I think what I seen from Carolina, even though I thought they were taking leaps,
There's that.
I think they're going to be the last to get a win.
All right. Well, just so everybody can know, I'm not making this up or anything. So the text got sent. I don't know if you can read this. Mine up top here. Mine says last to lose Bills, last to win Panthers. So there goes that. Thanks,
All right.
thanks, Paulie.
Well, here's the thing. But I already told you he crossed you off the list, so we know you picked the Bills. We have validation for that. Now, Dad, my father asked that during the off season. I think it wasn't even preseason when he asked. My answer, because I was trying to mix it up, and I was really hoping for some good juju by saying it.
Well,
And I'm eating my words. I'm gonna have to switch
I
up
got
entirely.
2 more teams I'm thinking about, but you go ahead.
Look. What I said was Broncos and Bears. And after seeing how they both performed, terrible picks. The Broncos did win, and the Bears did lose. It was a terrible win, and I think Caleb Williams looked pretty good. I mean, considered what we've seen from him before, he looked like a solid quarterback, and I don't think he's going to lose that many more games. The Bears looked fantastic. I love their offensive line. I think really held up fantastically. The Vikings looked terrible. I mean, their offensive line looked terrible. But I might. Did the Packers win?
Yeah, they beat the Lions.
No, you already picked your teams.
No.
Anyway.
This is coming out of week 1.
So coming out of week 1, my new team.
I would say Bills, but you guys both said Bills. I'm gonna say Packers here. Packers or Bills.
Great, now I got to think of another new team. What
And,
the heck, dude?
Hey,
This guy.
hey. Don't hate the game, hate the player.
This guy saw me
Wait,
looking
don't
at the
hate the
Packers
player, hate the
schedule
game.
and was like, "Oh, the Packers." Oh.
Yeah, Packers. That's the thing is they got a pretty nice schedule, and they have Mikey Parkins. Parkinson.
Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Michael
and-
Parsons.
I'm really. I think he'll be good. I know he's good. I don't know what I'm yapping about at this point. I'm kind of losing track of my words.
I know he'll be good. That's the worst.
Yeah, I know he'll be good.
You know what? I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it. Chargers last to lose. Saints last to win.
I like that. I like that a lot. I really like that actually. Yeah, Chargers.
Or who knows? Maybe Jay Herbo implodes next week and the Chargers get smoked.
Chargers week 1
know.
did look like a Kansas
I don't know.
City.
I think they'll smoke the Raiders after what I seen against the Chiefs.
I would be flabbergasted if they beat the Chiefs in such handsome fashion.
I mean,
to go out there and blow it against the Raiders, dude.
so it's not even like that. It's what scares me is they play the Raiders and then they got Broncos, Giants, Commanders. So like one of those 3 games, either the Broncos or the Commanders, they're gonna lose, I think. But hey,
That's
could be
fair.
me.
Chargers is still a really interesting pick because here's the thing. My dad's been asking this for years, and it's never who you expect it to be, except for the one time,
When you're the Cardinals, like what?
Yeah, like it's never what you expect it to be. So saying someone like the
Whoa,
Chargers,
whoa,
That's
fish,
fair.
watch it.
Kyler who?
we have a Kyler Glazer in the house. dude.
Kyler.
Tyler
Is that your little
Murray is
5 foot
a
tall king?
good quarterback, man.
You're 5 foot king.
My 5-foot king. As a
He-
5-foot king,
Oh,
I appreciate
my God.
another 5-foot king.
Look, every
Oh,
year we've done
please,
fantasy
stop.
football with
Paulie
P3
said-
knowledge know or
He
whatever
said-
we
he
call
said,
him.
Let me get
He has
Kyler
picked
Murray as
Kyler
my
Murray as his
quarterback.
QB. Every
Dude,
league I've
he's-
been in him with.
Every year that he's been in the league that he's finished a full healthy season, he has been a top 10 fantasy quarterback statistically.
Oh.
And he is a very nice steal, in the 5th or 6th round. Everyone's passing up on Kyler Murray. I'm just
See,
saying.
I don't know. I think that he's never been given, maybe all but 1 year, he hasn't been given the right tools that you're supposed to give your quarterbacks to succeed. And then he gets this label that he's like a draft bust and a below average quarterback or a just average quarterback
It's because of
when
where he was drafted at. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
That's the thing is like if Jalen Hurts was drafted in the first round, everybody would be like, "Oh my gosh, he's a great quarterback." Da, 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 da. But he was drafted in the second, so it's like, "Oh well, he's just a regular guy." Like, but Jared Goff, for some reason, even though he's never won anything, is like, "Oh, he's such a great quarterback because he was drafted #1 overall way back in the day."
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on now. Let's talk about some week 2 previews.
Week 2.
Probably be
Looking
A
ahead.
little minute. Looking ahead here.
All right, Joey.
The first game we'll talk about.
Throw
Obviously,
some games up there.
First game we're gonna talk about is. I don't have a little thing because last week mine was wrong, and I couldn't find one that was right. So
Dalton loved it though.
first game we'll talk about the LIX rematch. There he is down there on our screen, Travis Kelce, the bum himself, the little wannabe fanboy of Taylor Swift or something. But anyway, dude, it's gonna be such a good game. And
It is.
If you don't already, actually, little plug real quick. If you don't already, get your tickets for the Chesapeake Inn event hosted by 302 Birds and a few others. The one and only Deshaun Jackson will be there, live and in the flesh, doing autographs, hanging out, watching the Birds whoop up on the Chiefs again. But
Thumbnail picture.
yeah, this Sunday. It starts at 12:30, I believe, is when the
Look.
doors open. But yeah, get your tickets. Reach out, send us a DM or something if you need the link. We can get it to you. DM 302 Birds, whatever you got to do. Be there or be square, like they say. But without further ado, dude, I cannot wait. I'm so excited, and I don't want to touch on this too much, just because I know it's a topic they're going to talk about tomorrow, really heavy.
Yeah.
With both the receivers down for Kansas City, I personally think the Eagles should have a field day. And look, Jalen Carter, he's actually going to play this week. I don't care what anybody says. He might get limited snaps or whatever. I don't think how he's going to. I don't think Vic Fangio in his right mind is going to do that. After seeing how the defense played last week without him, I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah.
They're going to just be like, look, dude, you're fined this much from the Eagles, 57 from the NFL. Don't ever do that again, or you won't have a job. Is basically how that's going to get handled, I believe.
key word, should.
Should. Exactly.
With
If
quotation.
the Eagles find him, but the Eagles probably look at it well, Dak was the first spitter, so, if Dak's not going to get anything.
With Adoree Jackson still being cornerback too.
That's the
No,
thing.
don't even say that to me.
So
Don't
that's
even
the
say
thing.
it, bro.
That's the
Don't
thing.
even say
It's not. It's not possible. Hollywood
the-
Brown is gonna have a field day.
No.
Adoree Jackson.
That's
does not
what
have the feet for that,
Guantanamo
bro.
Bay is for. Guantanamo Bay, Cooper DeJean. You're forgetting that we have Cooper DeJean to lock down Travis Kelce. We got Guantanamo Bay to lock down Hollywood Brown. And then who do they have? Noah Gray? Please. Jahad Campbell will take care of that.
Yeah, but Kansas City
The rookie.
has always been the team that made it work with players that aren't they won the
Andy
Super
Reid is a
Bowl.
genius.
They won the Super Bowl with Kadarius Toney, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Sky Moore being the receiving core.
And Mecole Hardman, right?
Yeah, Mecole Hardman. See, none of these are big name guys, except Juju Smith-Schuster used to be.
He was.
Don't they have
Used to
still?
be. Yeah,
Still
they
is.
still have him.
Old behind Juju. The Phantom holding against Juju in the Super Bowl. Shout
I
out
don't
to you,
know.
Bradbury. We love you.
Honestly,
Just kidding.
this
Go
might. I'm gonna think of how to word this because this might come out wrong. I think the game could go either way, which is what makes it a good game.
Oh boy.
I think if both teams are playing 100%, then the Eagles whoop them, even if the Chiefs are going 100%. My issue is that the Eagles, from looking at week 1, and I understand it's the first week, they didn't play much in the preseason to keep people healthy. There wasn't much mesh going on. But that will hurt you early on in the season. We choke early season games with good teams. That's what we did it last year. I'm not hating on the Birds when I say that. I just mean, I think, The Eagles are their biggest enemy going into week 2. And just going into any week period, they're their biggest enemy. They're not really fighting much injuries. They're not fighting much. They're fighting themselves. So I think if they go out there and they play 100%, we're gonna slap Mahomes around just like we did in the Super Bowl. Maybe not exactly that way, but we're gonna have to tighten up because if we play even remotely close to how we did against the Cowboys, Mahomes is the cat who will see that, spot it, and he'll twist our arms behind our back because of it. So I think it could go either way. It depends on, how the Birds show up. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I'm excited for it. It's definitely going to be, the equivalent of like the Bills-Ravens game. I don't think it's going to be as good as that game, but I mean the amount of eyes that were on that matchup. So
To add to what you said of the Birds being our biggest enemy as ourselves, I get scared with how we play against good teams. I know we win games, you lose a couple, and with it being the Chiefs in Arrowhead, I get scared. You make a couple mistakes in a football game, it's normal, but I get scared. We'll make
you
a
can't
mistake
make mistakes against the
and
Chiefs.
it will go their way. And in the back of my mind,
You can say that 4-letter word. It's okay. Starts with an R, ends in S.
The refs.
You can say it.
the refs.
It's okay. The refs. Nah, I don't even. I don't want to get on that bandwagon this year. Look, if the Eagles lose, it'll be because the Eagles did something dumb.
Yeah.
But I do believe, like, the atmosphere there. Forget the game for a second. Forget like the players on the field. The fans are going to be in such a sour, like, drunken mood. Like, it is going to be like, if you're an Eagles fan, if you're an Eagles fan going to the game, bask every moment of it in.
Yeah.
Because you like, and be prepared to like get a million things chucked at you and like get threatened and all kinds of stuff. You know why? Because like Chiefs fans are still on that high horse of like, oh, we were gonna be the three-peat, never before in history. Da 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 da. Like 302 Birds just posted a video today, and like it was the reposting from the Super Bowl where they were like, oh yeah, three-peat, here we come, and it was like a bunch of Chiefs fans, and I'm like, dude, like, you guys don't even know, like, you guys don't even know it's about to happen. That your team gets smoked 2 weeks later. Like, I cannot believe it. And the Chiefs, like, their fans are going to be rowdy. They're going to be like,
And they're going up against
and don't forget either the last time the Eagles went to Kansas City, they won. And Nick Sirianni's famous for, oh, Chiefs fans, I don't hear nothing now. Da, 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 da. So, like, they're going to be
red
crazy
hot.
all game. Yeah, like, Red Kingdom is going to be on fire. But to the game,
tomahawk chop.
yeah, to the game, though, the Chiefs, like, Patrick Mahomes, yes, he is going to be on a whole nother level. He's going to be like, dude, this team embarrassed me. Like, they made me look horrible. They made me look like a JV quarterback against, like, a college football NFL team. Like,
On the biggest stage.
Yeah, like, on the biggest stage, they made him look horrible. He is going to take that personally. But will his team be able to back him up enough? I don't know. I don't think so. Look, Justin Herbert threw all over the Chiefs defense. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles exposed their defense in the Super Bowl that you can throw all over them. You can't run because they'll sell out for the run, but you can throw the ball all over that defense.
I think that was the biggest thing is that they were selling out for the run, and they knew that if they committed to, if they committed to the throw, then we would run and we'd run all over them. So I think that's one reason why we threw so well against them. But
there's a couple other games that I would like to highlight this week.
Yeah, throw some more up there. We can't take all of them. Dalton.
The first game I would like to highlight, the Thursday Night Football game in Green Bay. Washington Commanders at Green Bay Packers. That is going to be a beautiful, beautiful match. Like, every football fan's dream. Like, that is going to be a slug it out, like, grind it out. Like, JD5's not ready.
I did not see the Commanders
21 to 6 or something like. 21 points against the Giants is bad. But coming off a huge win against the Lions, the Packers have got to be feeling amped up. They're going to be at home again. Packers fans going to be amped up. And you know who knows the Commanders better than anybody else? Micah Parsons. Micah is going to be ready. He's going to feel better than he did week 1. He's going to be on fire. He's going to be looking to get after the quarterback. It is going to be an absolute dogfight. It is going to be an amazing football game. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I don't have much. I still don't. I didn't see week 1. I don't know how JD5 performed. I haven't.
Hold on. We have a public service announcement to make. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I think, if I'm reading this right, we have number 50. Kyle Schwarber just hit number 50. But anyway, back to football.
Look at that. First time not wearing
71
NFL
Phillies over the
shirt.
Mets, by the way, right now.
That's
But
awesome.
Kyle Schwarber just hit number 50.
That's crazy.
Number 50.
Yeah, dude.
Love it.
If I get a Phillies jersey, which I'm trying to grab one, it'll be Schwarber, dude. I don't care if give this man his money, okay?
But yes, back to the Packers
Sorry.
and Commanders. It's going to be a great game. Excuse me. Jordan Love against Jaden Daniels. Like, doesn't sound like the greatest quarterback matchup, but it's a pretty darn good one.
And I don't know if JD has that sophomore slump yet. I mean, he looked good against the Giants, but he was also playing the Giants.
But
I
the
didn't
Giants
see the games. I don't know how he looked. I know they have a good defense. I know they got Sexy Dexy and Brian Burns and
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. Yeah, they got.
I was like,
But at the end of the day, I'm not. I haven't seen how JD performs. I don't hate the guy. I like him as a person. He's a very fun quarterback to watch. But yeah, I'm interested in that game too. I don't know which way that'll fall.
There's another one I'm a little interested in.
And there's another one he's interested in. And while he's pulling that up, how do you feel about that game, Paulie?
After what I seen last week from Green Bay, shutting the Lions down to only 13 points.
Yeah.
And the Commanders not looking so high against the Giants. I know they have a great D-line. But I'm leaning towards the Packers. I would say I'd say I could see this game being like a 10-point game, Green Bay, 30-20. I'm not high on the Commanders. Believe it or not, I think last year was maybe, I wouldn't go as far as a fluke, but I don't think that the Commanders can have a deep run like that.
So you don't think they're going to match that season?
No.
All right.
So my second game to be watching out here.
Your third
game to be watching for. This is also a Sunday at 1 p.m. game. So right now I'm giving you the Thursday game. Watch that one. Sunday at 4:30 game. Watch that one. And the game before that in between them, 1 p.m. Look. I don't care. Hate on me. Don't hate on me. Don't care about it. I don't care. The Buffalo Bills travel to New York to play the Jets. And before you think, oh, well, they're just going to whoop up on the Jets. That not so fast. I saw a Jets team last week that for the first time in many, 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 many years showed actual life, showed actual fight up until the very end. Now, credit to the Steelers defense, which I personally think is going to get worse as the year goes on because they're old. I think as the year goes on, you know what? Give them the beginning of the year. They're veterans. Good for them.
They signed Jabril Peppers today.
As the year goes on, I really do think the Steelers defense is going to get worse because they're old. I think they're going to get decimated by injuries, but that's neither here nor there. But give it to the Jets. They scored 32 points. And if Justin Fields can follow up the type of performance he just had against the Steelers with the same type of performance against the Bills, we could all be sitting here crying because our prediction of the Bills being the last to lose is going to be wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I really don't think the Bills will drop this one, but I didn't think they would drop it against the Jets last year.
So you're not necessarily saying
it was last year or 2 years ago. Whenever Rodgers, it might have been 2 years ago when Rodgers went down, but I didn't think like the Jets would win that one, but they did.
So you're not saying it's necessarily going to be.
I'm not saying it's going
not
to be an
going to be as
upset,
neck and neck as the other
but
ones.
I think it's going to be a lot closer than everybody thinks it'll be.
So you're saying you're more excited to just see how the Jets will perform?
Yes,
because they did look good. I watched that game. I loved that game. I had Justin Fields on the bench in fantasy football, and it literally lost me the week. Ball nowhere 100. I was playing his dad in fantasy football, believe it or not, and I lost by less than 15 points. And I had Bo Nix as my starting quarterback. So, definitely, I mean, the Jets look good. I loved how they performed. I'm pretty sure I said in my podcast before that I think they're gonna look good this season. Maybe not great, but good. But I don't know. I think they definitely are wild card contenders. I mean, I know the AFC's tough, but I would love to see more from the Jets. And I agree with him. I'm excited to see how they'll perform against the Bills because this will decide how they are as an overall team. Like if they barely lose to the Bills, even though they're 0-2, they're gonna be a threat to people that were Jets caliber. You know what I mean? So
shout out my buddy Joel, lifelong Jets fan. Maybe this is the year that the Jets make him proud.
Yeah.
But the last game, I'll just go right down the line. So I give you a Thursday night, a 1 p.m., 4:25 p.m. Lastly, I'm gonna give you the Sunday night football game. And you know what? Last year this would have been more intriguing, I think. But JJ McCarthy went down. I gotta see if it's the Vikings and the Falcons in Minnesota. So look, not the prettiest teams, not the best teams at all. But this is gonna be one of those games.
It's a good match.
Where it's like early season, and at the end of the year, it's going to have a couple playoff implications.
Yeah, both teams are going to be fighting for a middle of the pack kind of spot.
More so, I'm thinking. So the Buccaneers just beat the Falcons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, who really in that division? It is the Buccaneers and the Falcons. In the Vikings division, though, you got the Lions, the Packers, the Vikings. So the Vikings need as many conference wins as they can get. And if they lose to Atlanta, already they're putting themselves behind the 8 ball. Yeah, they got a division win against the Bears. But the Bears, but they're putting themselves behind the 8 ball there in terms of like in the NFC winning against your conference. It's not going to help them down the road when playoff season
Here's the
comes
thing.
around.
Both of these teams have the kind of unknown talent to be great. Okay? Maybe not great, but definitely real contenders and, a surprise team. So I think this is going to be a game that proves both teams. I mean, it doesn't matter who wins or loses. Even if the Vikings lose, you could still, hey, the Vikings, they kicked hard. They looked good that game. And, week 1, 3/4 of the match, it was like these Vikings aren't going to do anything. But seeing how strong that fourth quarter was, are they going to be able to replicate that for 4 quarters instead of 1, especially up against somebody, I'm just saying, I think it's a very fair matchup, and both of them have unknown talent. They both have some pretty big dudes on there. I mean, Bijan Robinson, we know he's great. Justin Jefferson, we know he's great.
Drake London.
We know Aaron Jones.
Darnell Mooney,
shout out. The most.
I just want to say, I think that the deciding factor of this game will be who's younger, like technically rookie quarterback can outplay the other, and Michael Penix and JJ McCarthy.
And that's why it's going to be a good match. It's because you're going to see 2 quarterbacks who missed their rookie season. I mean, Penix played a little bit, but I mean, you didn't get to really see who he was. So you're going to have 2 guys go out there who finally have the chance to prove himself against each other.
Yeah.
They were both, Penix didn't do terrible. I didn't see much from the game, but he didn't look bad.
Penix played pretty well.
Exactly. But I don't know if that is as well as McCarthy did in the fourth quarter, because I don't know. I think Vikings, their offensive line, if they lose, it'll be their offensive line. Their offensive line is what almost lost them against the Bears. Of course, the defense is a little rocky. Your number 1 CB is Byron Murphy Jr. He's not bad, but he's more of a CB2 or a CB3. I'm just saying. So, is there any other games? I think that about sums
That's
it up.
pretty much
Yeah,
it.
I'm excited. That's a really good matchup. I didn't even think about Falcons Vikings. I'm excited to see that now, and I'll definitely have to sit down and watch it. Or definitely have to talk about it.
Sunday night.
You know.
Sunday night football.
So,
Ooh.
we're moving into the last one. Joey's bold take.
It's very bold. It's a very good take.
Ooh, very
It's
bold.
Very bold.
We got to get Paulie's reaction in on this because I don't even know what this is.
I don't even know what it is yet. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Really, I think I'm gonna play it off of what I've played this so far. I think my bold take is gonna be the Chiefs, and it's early. It is early, very early. But I think the Chiefs are gonna go on their first 3-game losing streak in the Patrick Mahomes era. And that's
Oh wow!
and that would be if they lose again. What's up, Cat? They would lose.
Is that Rocket?
If they lose,
No, that's Gambit.
if they lose this Sunday against our Philadelphia Eagles, they will be on a 3-game losing streak. Patrick Mahomes hasn't had one of those in the NFL, but now he will. What do you guys think?
The 3-peat, baby. 3-peat.
The reverse
Moose!
three-peat.
What's up, Moose?
Christopher the Moose Cunningham, dude.
We love you, Moose.
Best eater in all of Philadelphia.
Is this like a reverse three-peat for the Chiefs?
It's a reverse 3-peat.
Yeah. There's got to be a good pun in there for losing in a 3-peat. I got to think of one. All right,
It
there's
wasn't-
too much silence, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Moose, what do you think? Do you think the Eagles are whooping up on the Chiefs this week? Let us know in the comments. What do you think,
Oh,
Paulie?
come on, I want to tell you, brother. Eagles are going to go there and they're going to put BTA, brother.
That's pretty much what we would say.
See,
Can't wait till we get our interview with the Moose out. It was a very it was,
Yeah,
it was a
we
pleasure
did interview him.
interviewing
That's
the
coming
Moose.
out on 302 Birds.
It was a pleasure
Oh.
interviewing the Moose. But Paulie, what do you think? You think
He's
the
a
Chiefs
hometown
lose this
hero.
week?
beating up on the Chiefs. It doesn't sound right, but then after the Super Bowl, it's like anything is possible. But I don't know. I think in Arrowhead, Chiefs have a chip on their shoulder after losing week 1.
I don't think they're
People-
going BTA, dude. I don't think we're gonna whoop them.
Well, you know what? I agree with my guy, the Moose here. The
I
Birds are
say-
beating the Chiefs, okay?
I say
I don't care what you guys
And
say.
it's birthday Eve. Yo, happy
Happy early
birthday,
birthday to the Moose.
Happy birthday to the Moose's wife, by the way.
Happy.
I say if Chiefs win this game, I say it is within a field goal. And I say if Eagles win, it is by about 10 points.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, we really appreciate you coming on today, Paulie.
Thank you. I enjoyed being on here.
We thank everybody that watched and everybody that's looked out. But before we go, like I said again, this Sunday, 12:30, gates or doors open at Chesapeake Inn. They're doing 302 Birds. Our guy, the Moose, will be there. Moose in the flesh. Come meet the Moose. Come get a picture with him.
Say
I
happy birthday.
I just got a picture with him. Say exactly. Tell him happy birthday a day before. But Deshaun Jackson will be there. Get your tickets. DM us. DM 302 Birds. We'll get you the link so you can get your tickets to be there.
Yes, sir.
Um,
You too on TikTok.
yeah, use it on TikTok too. And be sure to check out tonight the Phillies post game. Right now they're up. Like we said, Kyle Schwarber just hit his 50th home run. Phillies sitting at 7-2, middle of the 8th. So let's hope the Phillies can finish it off. Take the first 2 against the Mets. Really put that dagger. Then tomorrow night at 8:05, be on the lookout for the 302 Birds main show. And other than that, yeah.
I have one more
Yeah.
thing. This was in the back of my mind. A loser, and he continues to be a loser. John Harbaugh has the most double-digit blown leads since the 1990 season.
You know, if the Ravens fans at work could hear you right now, Paulie, they would be very disappointed in you.
17 double-digit leads blown.
Telling Mike.
Yeah, what you gonna do when the birds swoop in on the Chiefs, brother?
Brother!
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, brother?
Tell him, Moose. But yeah, other than that, guys, you guys have a great night. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you right here again next week
Thank you to the stat
on
sheet.
another
Ball
episode.
knower 100.
Oh yes, thank you to Knowledge 100, our boy P3.
With the loyalty.
But we'll see you next week. Until then, go Birds. God bless.
And Chiefs
Have a
suck.
great night.
Yeah!